From the University of Kansas, you're watching KUJH News.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Emma Hogue. Rock Chalk Invisible Hawk stages another protest today. KUJH reporter Jackson Kurtz is in the newsroom with the latest. Jackson?
Thanks, Emma. Starting around 11 a.m., Rock Chalk Invisible Hawk started a protest moving through campus. The demonstrators started at Blake and Fraser Hall, walking into classrooms asking for students to join the protests. The group moved to the School of Social Welfare, asking the dean to send an email calling for support for Invisible Hawk. Students then marched to Wesco Beach, where several protesters had the chance to speak. Student Body President Jesse Pringle and Vice President Zach George joined the protesters on Wesco Beach. After 1 p.m., the protesters moved to the Chancellor's office. Protesters spoke with administrators about why more hasn't been done for minorities on campus. The protests wrapped up about an hour ago. The university hasn't released a response to this afternoon's events. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Jackson Kurtz. Back to you, Emma.
Thanks, Jackson. Burton Nash Community Mental Health Center has been awarded a $75,000 grant. The money will help continue their rental assistance program. The program provides rental properties for those with serious or persistent mental illnesses. Burton Nash is working to establish a 24/7 crisis facility and improve their current Health Connections program for mental health issues.
And it provides whole person care to individuals who qualify, so they focus on physical health and mental health issues for those individuals. It's a way to decrease unnecessary hospital stays for those individuals.
For more information on the Burton Nash Community Health Center, visit tv.ku.edu and click on the Links tab. The East 9th Development Plan has proved to be a difficult project for the city to execute. KUJH reporter Deanna Ambrose has more about the issues some citizens have with the project.
Placemaking across the United States has critics and advocates. The East 9th Corridor project is an example of a placemaking project happening in Lawrence. The project has created its share of tension. Neighbors and artists have worries about the true nature of these types of gentrifying projects and if they really benefit the community. Advocates say placemaking through art creates economic opportunities. Local artist and Citizens Advisory Committee member for the East 9th project, Dave Lowenstein, shares his concerns for artists who have become involved in such projects.
Yeah, so artists engaged in the Lawrence Art Place project, I think for the most part, just don't have the experience to know that this is even possible, that they could be leveraged in an effort to sort of send a signal to real estate speculators that this is a happening, up-and-coming neighborhood.
Another local artist, community activist, and teacher, KT Walsh, has concerns about which artists were involved in the selection process.
So what we were always pushing for was why we have all these artists, filmmakers, poets, novelists, all these people in the neighborhood. Let's include kids, students, everyone, and we can create art and stories and write music, and it's here already.
One more important point of contention in the community has been the transparency of donors and financial information relevant to the project.
So, walking that fine line has been a little bit challenging. I think we've certainly learned that transparency is very, very important, and that it's something that needs to start from the very beginning.
The Lawrence Art Center used the Art Place America grant. The grant is private, which provides a legal gray area for the release of financial records, even though the project is still public. But the numbers came out, and the Art Center has not denied their validity. As of now, the project has halted because of issues regarding street design and the barrier between public and private property. But that doesn't mean development by private corporations has stopped at all.
El Dorado is the architecture company hired by the city. They canceled the last Citizens Advisory Committee because the company had not thought of anything new to propose. The future of the street design remains uncertain. You've heard the bells ringing outside stores and seen the little red kettles. The Salvation Army is once again collecting donations through its annual Red Kettle campaign.
Where are you going? Are you going to eat?
If you're new to town, Chico Walker has your back.
Been here since 1989. I know everything about Lawrence. I couldn't tell you. Nothing about Lawrence I don't know about. I know everything about Lawrence.
He's been up and down the block a time or two.
It's another homeless friend of mine. Told you, I know a lot of people. I'm very popular here on the street.
And no stranger to helping others.
You gotta be smart when you're on the street. A lot of people are mad on the street. They don't know how to survive. I mean, they're new to the street. I got to teach them the ropes.
But for Chico, helping is harder this time of year.
Can you see all the happy people downtown? It hurts. It hurts in your heart, but I want that happiness too. It's hard to talk about.
He's one of the many who rely on free meals put on by the Salvation Army.
It's really important. You get to fill up. You get to really fill up. You can eat as much as you want. That's a good thing. Don't turn your way on that. You can eat as much as you want. So I'm gonna eat a lot.
The Salvation Army relies heavily on the donations made from the Red Kettles each year to serve people like Chico, making every one of your dollars or simply your spare change count.
Our Red Kettle campaign, our goal for 2015 is $100,000. And that $100,000 is about 30% of our annual budget for the year. So when you see those red kettles out there, it's not just about the Christmas season and presents. It's about making sure that we can sustain our services from January until next October, until we start ringing again.
It's nice to be catered to. Makes you feel rich.
Helping to feed those who need it most.
Oh, yeah, thank God.
Emma Hogue, KUJH News. The Salvation Army will take donations up until 2 p.m. on Christmas Day.